afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 27th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind everybody we have an in-depth, detailed reverse aging call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We're going to cover a lot of things about this vaccine, about reverse aging, and we may have a part in there about structured water. So, just a heads up for everybody. Just a little L to the word alone. Okay? Add a little L to the word alone. Actually, I would put a big capital L. And we become all one. If you split alone in two, all one. There's a lot of messages and a lot of words that we just don't notice. All one with the universe. Just a little love, and we merge with the ocean of existence. And the loving energy connects us with all beings, all things, and the illusion of separation falls away the moment you surrender to the source of love and welcome the infinite living sea. It's much easier to enjoy this life in a state of loving oneness. So isn't it interesting that alone, split it, all one? Kind of ironic. Our relationship with ourselves is paramount, obviously. Also, our relationship with the universe is also very paramount. And if you walked up to somebody, just for the heck of it, and just some stranger, and you said, "Did you know that the universe is in love with you?" They'd probably think you're a little bit off your rocker. But you would be telling them the absolute truth. And Rumi said it, and I repeat this to myself many times, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And it's no matter what horrific things that have happened in our pasts, the universe is holding on to them. It is not judging us, condemning us, or holding us to be someone less than sacred. And the universe sees all of us and knows we are both human and divine. In other words, the body, human, the soul, divine. It honors and respects us exactly in this very moment as we are. It is proud of the perfection that is created in us. And this universe is totally in love with all of us. Whether we believe it or not, we are being deeply, eternally loved by life right in this now. We don't need someone in our bed to feel loved. That's right. The most exquisite healing feeling is already here, hidden deeper inside of us. So you can call off the search for love out there and set your destination for exploring the infinite universal source of love within. It all starts within. How can we maneuver in these bodies in this life, literally believing we're disconnected with the gods that we are? How can we love others when we don't deeply, eternally love ourselves? And to be able to say that to ourselves without guilt or shame or any of those illusions that the ego mind may throw at us. This universal love is quite unique and unusual because it truly is deep, eternal love. It is a deeper spiritual type of love than romantic love, as it continues loving you no matter what you think, say, or do ever. Only this type of love can heal every cell inside, enlighten our soul, and set us free from all our worries, fears, and pain. This is what real love is all about. No matter what we have done to others or ourselves throughout our lives, the universe has forgiven us. It forgave us the moment we needed to be forgiven. The universal love is always instantly there, bubbling up peaceful, healing vibes within all of us. We simply choose to sit back and let them in. Release the idea that love has to come from someone or something on the outside. Release that idea. Imagine it is a perpetually stream of light flowing from the most mysterious divine place on the inside. And feeling this great healing love may start out on a material, physical, emotional, or perhaps a supersensual level for you. Do not be too concerned about how, where, or when it shows up. Just know it is infinitely deep and real. There's always plenty of it just when you thought it was gone. It comes rushing in. Just when you think it's gone, it comes rushing in. All you need to do is simply relax into your life for an extended period of time, and then it will come. It often shows itself as some profound spiritual experience in the beginning. This is our wake-up call, so we know how powerful and real it truly is. Without this great, deep, eternal love flowing in our lives, we remain dumb and numb to our highest spiritual path and life purpose. We feel lost, empty, and lonely within it. We cannot imagine that there is a gold mine of greatness buried inside. All it takes is a little digging into our emotional being, underneath the fears, the doubts, worries. With a small shovel of curiosity, we can find an amazing love at the core. This is the real gold. When we're willing to stop playing with the fool's gold in our lives, the best things in life begin manifesting. What is real gold is that which will never change. Let's take a moment to give our bodies an experience of this gold mine of love. Imagine that we are on a warm sandy beach in Hawaii. We're laying here in some distant peaceful cove, all alone, and the soft, relaxing rays of sunshine are melting into our skin, bringing deep healing sensations into where we need love the most. Simply relax, open, and imagine you are receiving this healing warm light into your body now. You may not be able to feel much at first, yet keep opening and relax into the softening feeling. This softening energy will come into you very slowly, as it was a gentle massage from a child. It feels highly healing, extremely light, non-invasive, and super soothing. You might feel as if you are on an eternal vacation and have an infinite supply of free time. You'll notice that the softer your body can become, the easier it becomes to feel that you're receiving the love. In the beginning, it can be a little tricky to imagine and feel something is happening in your body without blaming it all on your mind. You may think, is this my mind or is it real? Don't get caught up in your mind. Stay with the relaxing process. It will take time to soften the hard, protective shell we have all built around us. So don't give up too quickly or try to hard using your brain. The universal love cannot be accessed by our willpower. It just happens all on its own accord. The miracle manifests when you can totally relax your body, stop stressing about your life, and let it all go. If you try too hard to let go, you are forcing things, and this soft, sweet love cannot flow. If you're not totally open and surrendered to the experience, your energy is too tight, and you'll miss it. This deeper quality of love is so intelligent and subtle that has an exquisite timing of its own and will arrive effortlessly when you least expect it. Through letting go of trying to attain it, it attains you. If one stops scrutinizing one's own life, which is the source of bliss, there will be no more misery in this life. Ramon Morishi. To ensure you are feeling universal love inside you every day, there are a few key things you can do. Some people believe that from all the traumatic experiences in their past, that they are unlovable, unworthy, and undeserving of receiving love. They think they must fix themselves or do something to receive love. And that love is not something available for free just by being the normal way they are. This is a fallacy. Any belief which sounds like this will block it. There is nothing we need to do or prove ourselves to be worthy of for this sweet, super healing love to come in. It is our very birthright to be loved 24 hours a day. We are amazing divine beings, brilliant souls of light, and we deserve to have it all. All the darkness and all the lightness. Another key thing is to watch vigilantly what our minds are doing randomly through the day. Notice where your mind is focusing and how it's perceiving reality. The mind is always creating some version of reality and rarely clearly the big universal picture. Seeing things as they actually are from the biggest perspective. The mind likes coloring life, believing today is a depressing gray day and last night was a red hot night. The mind is so creative, it's inventing up its own reality in every breathing moment. Even though the universe is showering us with blessings every single second, we cannot see or feel this cozy energy as long as the mind is busy. When the mind is not totally present in this moment, it becomes narrowed and unable to see and feel the universal love in all directions. We cannot enjoy the colorful rainbow that is actually forming outside. When we are in the basement watching some black and white scary movie from the past on TV. There are so many things happening in the mind that it is continuously making us blind to this great love. When we're taking on too much, having too many commitments to deal with, life can feel like it's pulling us apart instead of putting us back together. As long as our energy is focused outwards, we will keep moving outwards instead of relaxing deeper inside where the real love actually is. This great love is an inner journey that's all there. It's all there is to it. If a tree only focuses on growing its branches and not the roots, it is bound to fall over when some strong gust of wind passes through. Love is only possible when there is a deep acceptance of oneself. The other, the world, acceptance creates the milieu in which love grows, the soil in which love blooms. Osho. When we take a deep, long look inside ourselves, we will probably first notice the rotten parts in us. These are what we consider our faults, how we are unacceptable, unworthy, and unlovable. Yet, if we can keep on looking, we will see all these are just hard critical ideas and that they stem from a needy place desperate for love. Simply listen, as if from a distance, to whatever your fearful, negative, or critical voices are saying. Listen compassionately to what they are really needing. When we gently feel into what this critical voice is needing and afraid of becoming, the most amazing miracle occurs. We start to soften into the harsh voice, and it begins feeling more relaxed and at ease about it all. When we soften our energy around each criticism, they eventually melt away, and we can feel again the sweet, sensitive innocence we had as a child. We can taste our original enlightened spirit who is glowing with love and extremely lovable. The more time we can spend being softer and lighthearted about this life, the younger we'll feel, and the more amazing this life will become. Another powerful secret to creating a life overflowing with universal love is this. Drop any fear that says, what will other people think of me? Anytime we are caught in thinking about what others think about us, we are losing time in deciding who we want to become and how we want to invent our future self to be. Remember, your God-given right is to be totally wild, fun, foolish, and absolutely free whenever you desire. You can fully show up for this liberated life every day. Just merge with your amazing, blazing, brilliant, smiling, loving light inside and blast it all over everyone. The world is actually our mirror, and it is always reflecting what is going on inside all of us on a deeper level. It is always teaching us what we most need to learn, which is learning how to live deeply and completely in love 24/7. When we base our lovableness on how others treat us, we miss the target. As long as we are focused on the mind or the physical form of the other and not their spirit, we will forget all about universal love. Give love and deep, eternal love acceptance to everyone you encounter and notice what happens. Once you find the love inside you, when you take a closer look at the world around you, all you will see is universal love in everyone and everything. You'll notice how the sun loves to shine its light on every living creature around the earth 24 hours a day. You'll appreciate how random people around the planet are providing you with food to eat, quenching water to drink, and interesting places to go see. You'll enjoy the fresh air that you have to breathe and stop taking for granted this continuous beating heart that keeps you alive. You might also realize that you have a highly sensual sexual body and start really enjoying your life with it. These are just a few gifts and sensual treats the universe is giving all of us. They are each meant to help us soften and relax deeper into the feeling of this universal love is in all of us right now. When love enters you, everything changes. You feel naturally relaxed as you are. You enjoy being alone, bathing in the raw experience of being you. There is a state of natural appreciation for all your dark parts just the way they are. You're able to feel loved by others without falling into being dependent, protected, or needy. They can be sad, mad, afraid, or disappointed, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You have your connection to an infinite source. We all do. And they have theirs. You know that every situation is connected to love in the most creative way and form. With the universal love blossoming inside, you'll feel loved every single place you go, and no matter who you were with. Don't rely on the mind for liberation. You are the sum cause of the entire universe. As we're good on. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. I'm sure we all are. And the first step to bliss is relaxing the body. Relaxing our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. Now remember, you're not the body. The body is the carrier of the soul that you are, the God. So the body is like a sponge. And when you're in the physical world and you don't understand that the ego mind is ruling over you, the body kicks to be stress, fear, tension, all kinds of things. We all know it. None of us are exempt from it. We've all experienced a plethora of ego-mind introductions. So how do we let it go? You look at all of that stuff, and they're all sitting there in front of you. You know? And you look at all of them, and you say, I don't really care to have any of you around anymore. I love you all, but I don't care to have you around anymore. So bye. You can leave now. And you eliminate all of this external pressure, social structure, judging, hurrying, pushing, struggling, scraping. You let it all go. Why would you carry it anyway? As many of us do. And when you let it go, you'll know it. And you drop into the heart, not the head, and your body will just become totally loose and relaxed. And you want your body to be so relaxed that it leans into you, the God. And have him care in the world. Not worried about, not thinking. You're not thinking. You have left the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind. You're watching them. You're judging, but you're viewing. You're watching them. So as you're holding the body, you're watching the ego mind and how they play their tricks and games. This is how we master the ego mind. This is the first step to it. So, but just imagine that. Your body is so relaxed. And we've all been there. We just don't remember them too much. You could be in a hammock. You could be just kind of dozing somewhere, outdoors or indoors. And you leave. You're not, it's almost like you're not in the, you're kind of in the body, but not really. And you're not thinking. You're floating. You ever been that way? You're just floating. You're not, there's no thoughts coming in or anything. See, and that's when you start to understand that's within you, the God within you. So as we do this with the body, and we're holding our bodies, cradling them, we move into the now. And the now and ego mind will debate this with you forever, is all we have. We don't have a past, really, because everything in the past is dead. It's gone. We've already experienced it. We experienced it in the now. It's all gone. We have memories. Memories are things that we can review and embrace and reminisce and put a smile on our face. Not all of them will, but the most of them will. But we don't stay in that, say. But some people do. And, the past to me is like an elephant graveyard. It's dank. It's just completely still. There's no air, wind moving. It's foggy. And it's silent, totally silent. Some of us will just sit there and live there from past. And then we'll take it and we'll bring it into a future that doesn't exist, and we'll create that future out of that past and relive that past in that future. That's why a lot of people ask themselves, it's kind of strange that no matter what I do, it seems like I always end up here. And that's pretty much why. Others of us, we wander off into a future that doesn't exist. We want to know what's ahead for us, what's going to happen, when things are going to happen for us. Meeting the right person, having the right job, doing the right thing, being happy. When is all this going to happen for me? And that's a future that doesn't exist. And all along, the now is in between the two of them, right in the center. So you're standing on the rim, the edge of the coin, and the past is on the left. So the past is tails, and the future is heads, and the now is on the edge of the coin. Okay. Because you could easily slip into the past or the future. So you maneuver balancing yourself in the center, the third side of the coin. And the now stills the mind, stills the ego, stills the subconscious mind, because you're not in them. You're not entertaining them. You're learning from them. You're watching them. But how do we stay in the now? Because we've got tens of thousands of thoughts passing us by every single second. And sometimes you've been focused on something, you're doing something, and then you kind of, it's almost like you're off somewhere else. But you're looking at something, and it's like, for instance, you're let's say you're hammering, and some of us have done this. You're hammering away, and since you're going, you don't know it, but you're being taken, you're going off into another thought. So you're not really focused, and you slam your you slam your thumb with the hammer. That's why. That's why that happens. Because you have unconsciously embraced the thought, and it's pulling you off of your focus in the now. But how do you see, to be consciously aware of that? You can say to yourself, "That's okay. So it's not bad. It's just that, okay. So I know I'm wandering off in these thoughts. They're not mine. So I will focus on my breath. My breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine positive energy? Well, the soul enters the body, powers the body. Then the body is able to produce the breath to sustain the body that houses the soul. So when that happens, and that whole process, your breath is divine, positive energy. It focuses us, relaxes us, sustains us, eases us, relaxes. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So when you focus on your breath, I'll guarantee you 3,000% of the time you'll be in the now. Every single time. That's a good thing, that we're equipped with that understanding. And we have the ability to do that, to be deeply grateful for it. So the body is totally relaxed. We're in the now. We know how to stay in the now, the space between heartbeats. And we look at the body and we see that the body has like this gateway. It's got 7 vibrantly colored wheels of light, starting from the tailbone and going all the way up to the center of the top of the head. They're all different colors. And these are the energy vortexes. They're not like hunks of wood that you can pick up and play with. They're etheric, which means they're spiritual. And as the God within the body is spiritual, that's where the God flows. That's where the God force, love, light energy flows, through those chakras. This is called the chi, the key, the power. So you flow through these chakras, these energy vortexes. Now, you affect everything in the body. How can you not? You branch out as you flow through these 7 chakras. You branch out into emotion, into organs, everything about your body that you're in. Your energy is flowing through the blood, through everything. You understand that eventually when you become very in tune to that, what you'll be able to do is going to be absolutely astronomically amazing, magna glorious. So as you flow, sometimes as the God's in the body, we can become blocked because of externality, okay? And the externality is the outside world, the material world, and the thoughts. So we see a red wheel of light. That's where we start our flow, red wheel of light. And this is the root chakra, the Bodhara. This is our survival, the body, okay, in the body. And it deals with our survival, and it's blocked by our fear. You will not survive if you live in fear. You just won't. And it's been proven several times. You get a group of people out in the wilderness. All they have is each other and the clothes on their back. They got to figure out how to survive, right? Now, instead of fearing, they're thinking of solutions on what they can do to take care of the challenges that they have in front of them to survive. As soon as they start to panic, they're not going to survive. So then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is our pleasure center, right? Sacral chakra, Vadasthana, sexuality and pleasure. And it affects our organs, our reproductive organs. Makes sense: kidneys, bowels, immune system. And this pleasure that we have in these bodies is blocked by guilt. It's like when you're enjoying yourself and you're just floating. We've all been there once or twice, maybe. And everything's just working. Everything's just wonderful. And you're not going after anything. It's just coming to you. And you're like in this zone. And you say, wow, this is really great. And you're floating with it, and you're enjoying it, and you're in gratitude with it. And then this little voice comes in, this feeling, and it's like ominous. And you say, oh, this can't last forever. I might as well enjoy it while I can, because it will end. You see? See ego mind coming in. And that's the guilt of being in pleasure through the God running through the body as the energy through the chakras. Isn't that a riot? And then you go to the yellow wheel of light. We're flowing. Imagine you're the God flowing through these energy vortexes. So the yellow wheel of light is our willpower. It's our solar plexus chakra. It basically is our ability to be confident through the heart, mind, and in the flow of our lives. Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. It's all about our emotions and our biologics and our emotions. Okay? And it is blocked by shame. Shame. Shame is being involved with what other people think about us. So now we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra. This is the anahata. And the heart chakra, it's our ability to love. Love ourselves first. And it's blocked by grief. We cannot love if we're filled with grief. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is our truth, really. And it is blocked by lies, obviously. So if you're caught in lies, you will block the truth that you are. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. This is the third eye chakra, the ajna. This is our intuition, sense of purpose. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. It's our intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. And its physical association is pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. What blocks it? Illusion. We're presented with illusion every single day and second that we're in these bodies. Illusion, illusion, illusion. Can seem real, but it's an illusion. And then we move to the violet wheel of light, the crown chakra. This is our direct connection to the divine. You inside that body. That's what that crown chakra is. It's identifying and understanding. That's where we can connect with the God that we are. It's blocked by ego attachment. When you're immersed in the ego attachment, you're into attachment and in expectations, and overly so, you're going to block your actual cosmic energy and flow. So we're like an energy vortex. We're a spring, a fountain of energy. And so the God Force Love Light energy, divine positive energy breath goes right through the center of these 7 energy vortexes, these wheels of light. And at the top of our heads, we compress and condense them into pure liquid energy. We can move energy in any kind of form we choose. So then, as we do this, it becomes omnipotently powerful, and we just let it go over the pineal gland. And we all have pineal glands, but none of us have vibrant, healthy, strong, operating pineal glands. Not yet. So when we pour this liquid energy, the God that we are, over the pineal gland, right? The pineal gland immediately transforms. Now, I see it as rosebud to begin with, and then as this liquid energy is poured over it, it immediately transforms into a massive, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals. This is how I see it. You may see it differently. And as this rose, a beautiful fragrance, and it sends out these wafting, massive releases of energy that saturates my body, head to toe, inside and out. And it is absolutely so phenomenal because it is of the deepest love, the deepest gratitude, and the deepest eternal peace. And it's nonstop. And so then I discover that the rose is the God within me. And the God within me is the rose. And even though the rose seems separate, like an illusion of separation, it isn't. It is one. These bodies that we're in, heart mind, ego mind, subconscious mind, higher self, soul, spirit, the God and pure consciousness, all one. And we do discover eventually that the soul within the body, once we identify the fact that we are the soul, the God, not the body, that we are heaven, divine perfection. body's earth. So we are divine perfection, heaven on earth, and every step we take, we create paradise. If you're in the 3D world, the 3D dimensional frequency, you will not see paradise. You will see the opposite. So those who have taken a step in a higher frequency, by maintaining a higher frequency of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace, every step you take, you will see the paradise forming. You'll experience the paradise. And we've learned to shine our light, our God force love light energy, deep within us, outward. 360 degrees. Pulsating out. Massive waves of God force love light energy. And we're blasting everything. All life, the highest divine life, the highest supreme value in the universe. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, we are blasting everyone and everything, saturating, flooding, and bathing in the God light, love light, force energy that we are. So we're creating a 5D Earth, Gaia Arya, in complete bliss, joy, happiness, humbleness, and an actual paradise. And glowing. There's nearly 8 billion of us on this planet. Imagine that. Eventually, all consciously aware that we are all of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and all of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. You imagine that? And the planet glows with our God force love light energy in these bodies. And our light shines. A lot more brilliant than the sun. Now, we're all parts of the collective consciousness of the God. We're all pieces of the God. We all are connected to each other. So we reach out to parts of ourselves that are consciously aware. Those parts that are still awake, they won't acknowledge or hear us. So it's like the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, descended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thought, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. And both of them are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, the archangels, they vibrate at a different frequency than we do. They're a different civilization. We don't see them like we see each other, but we do meet with them in this life. Now, it's not necessarily that we identify them right when we're communicating with them. It's much after that we discover that was not. It just kind of sits there afterwards. Now, that was an angel. I know that was an angel. And so the message they give us is the same, but it comes in many different ways. It says, isn't it magna, glorious, spectacular, phenomenal to be alive in these bodies? Isn't life splendiferous? And yes, it is. And let the bliss flow. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. He said to masters, they've mastered ascension into body, physical form, and out. They hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical form and are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. Now, we may get aware enough, some of us, that we understand that we are the light, that the God within us is the light. so that when we choose to leave these bodies, we will know that we are the light and we will not follow the light. See, archangels and the ascended masters are with us now, consciously. And so we reach out to all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartha, and beneath earth. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe with no sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, this meditation, form this circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now in massive numbers consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. They come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, and the numbers in the many trillions. And with the eyes that we have with these bodies, we only see 1% of what is. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. They're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force love light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates deep within these bodies of the God force love light energy, the divine perfection that we all are. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1,000 trillion suns just to come close to its brilliance. And we're flooding this planet with this God force love light energy. We're blasting everything, head to toe, inside and out. We're saturating, bathing, all of them, whether they're awake or asleep. Endless. This planet cannot not be liberated. Now, we begin to levitate, ascend above this planet, and as we do, we're met with this massive ocean of glitter. And it's everywhere. And it's flashing amongst us all gathered in this meditation, on and off world. And we notice that at the source are these little tiny etched mirrors. They're microscopic, and they're reflecting, flashing everywhere, back and forth from us all. We find that we can enter them, and that we discovered that we're all one, and we're all teachers and students of each other through this endless journey. We're always learning and teaching each other. We're always learning from each other, teaching. It doesn't matter whether you realize that consciously or unconsciously. It's phenomenal that we have this as parts of ourselves assisting ourselves. So we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are imbued head to toe 24/7 with a God force love light energy armor. It isn't like a knight's armor at all. This force is the God within each and every one of us, protecting us 24/7. Now, this armor, this white fire armor, cannot be penetrated. You cannot be demon-possessed, attached, violated in any way, shape, or form from any external existing energies. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies can even come close to you. Nothing. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, envy, hurried, frustration, anxiety, fear, worry, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are literally vaporized and they're no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds all of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies once were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest of deepest eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with a golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunsets, the sunlight, the rain, the rainbows, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the animals, the soils, the trees, the forest. The sun sets, the sun rises. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you see a sunset, a sunrise, a starry lit night sky, anything of grandeur and majesty, it is you. You. You're the beauty. The God within you. You're the divine perfection. You're the majesty, the expanse. We continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical forms and hover effortlessly above them, if we're carrying physical form. And why do we do this? Because we can. And we come into complete contact with this massive crystalline tower that we all created. It's larger than this solar system. It's huge. In the center of it, in a column, there's this massive oblong sphere. It's got a golden white ball of light, and it's surrounded by endless infinity rings of vibrant color. And they're all sending massive waves, saturating, flooding, and bathing us all 24/7. And the golden white ball of light is deep eternal love. And then we have deep eternal gratitude and deep eternal peace and gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, well-being, great prosperity, great abundance, great wealth. It's absolutely unending. And it is the God within us all. Now, at the top of this crystalline light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 24/7, 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, flooding all of us. All life, the highest serene value in the universe, with pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. Now, we are drops of the golden ocean. We hold the essence of the golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops of the golden ocean. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. It has over 1,400 of our meditation in perpetual motion. All with the highest intent of all of us gods gathered in this meditation for the liberation of this planet. And this is flooding all of us. All of this intent, all of this love, all of this gratitude, all of this humbleness, all of this prosperity, all of this abundance is flooding us. It is the God that we all are flooding ourselves. It never ends. You can can feel it in your heart minds. You can see it in your heart minds motion picture. And yes, this planet is well on its way to complete liberation, and many have stepped into the higher dimensional frequencies by staying in deep eternal gratitude, deep eternal love and peace within. Within. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. It always has been, it always will be, up to each and every one of us to love the God within us deeply, truly, in the highest of the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude. Total liberation is not very far away. It is just hidden behind us. Oh. And what's the point of it all? To discover the love that we are. I'll join you in the meditation. Return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. The illusion of separation falls away the moment we surrender to the source of love and welcome the infinite living sea. It's much easier to enjoy this life in a state of loving oneness. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. We will return here May 28, 2021, Friday, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call, and Friday for our Reverse Aging call at 9 p.m. Eastern.